Chapter 1358. However, no one knew that Alex's palm contained powerful inner strength and qigong. Yamamoto Kazuki laughed almost immediately when he looked at Alex's useless palm. He said with disdain, "Just a palm like you is not as good as a 3-year-old child. The old man can take it with just one hand." Yamamoto Kazuki wanted to say that it can be resolved with just one hand, but the word resolve has not been said yet. Alex's palm just touched his skin, and he was like being hit head-on by a high-speed train. Followed by a sharp pain. Yamamoto Kazuki made a sound, and the whole person flew out at high speed. This flight threw him more than 20 meters long in the air. Before he landed, his nerves were already in the air by Alex's qigong, and they were all broken. In other words, during the time he was flying in the air, he had gone from a martial arts master recognized all over China to a useless man without the power of a chicken. Immediately after Yamamoto Kazuki banged, he hit the ground heavily. At the moment when Yamamoto Kazuki fell to the ground, a stream of atomized blood spouted from his mouth. He saw a cloud of blood rising into the air. Yamamoto Kazuki tried to stand up with pain and horror on his face, but he found that his hands and feet couldn't exert any strength at all. He does not understand traditional Japanese martial arts. Otherwise, he must be able to judge his current state immediately. If you use 4 words to describe it, it means that the meridians are all broken. In traditional Japanese martial arts, once a person's meridians are cut, it is no longer possible to get rid of the word waste. The difference from hyperplegia is that if you compare a person's nerves to an intricate road network, then the main road from the brain to the entire body is now a person's cervical spine. Hyperplegia is equivalent to completely destroying the main road at the cervical spine, so that the brain and the body cannot communicate effectively. And if the meridians are completely broken, it is equivalent to destroying all the nerves in the road network, whether it is the main line or the branch line. At this time, Yamamoto Kazuki was the latter. Seeing his master, Xingshi was lying on the ground unable to move, her face full of extreme pain, hurriedly ran to him, and asked nervously, "Master, how are you? Are you okay?" Yamamoto Kazuki's lips trembled slightly, and his eyes were full of horror. I can't feel my limbs, my torso, and everything about me. I'm scrapped." After saying this, Yamamoto Kazuki's eyes flowed out 2 lines of muddy old tears. He really did not expect that he had been in the martial arts world for many years, and in the end, he would end up so tragically. When Xingshi heard this, she was frightened for a while, then hurriedly looked at Alex, blurted out and pleaded, "Mr. Anderson, please save my master. I'm kneeling for you." Alex said blankly, his whole body meridians have been completely broken, and he can only ask for more blessings for the rest of his life. After finishing speaking, he stepped up to Yamamoto Kazuki, lowered his head, looked down at him, and said lightly, "Yamamoto Kazuki, there is a buzzword on the Japanese internet. I don't want to waste you, but if you want to send it to the door and beg me to abolish you, then I can't help it. In addition, don't think that this is over. Our bet has just begun. I will give you 1 minute to stand up. If you can't stand up, then I won our bet. Since I have won, then I will engrave the words 'Sick Man of East Asia' on your forehead."